Hi, I'm Michael Prichard, one of the 6 Yoli founders and Chief International Officer. I live in North Queensland, Australia, and I'd like to welcome you to my Facebook page. In the next few minutes, I want to share a little bit about passive residual income and how it's changed my life for the better. I grew up in a rural town in outback Australia, and I was very fortunate to do what kids absolutely love to do, which is riding horses, chasing wild cattle and going fishing. I was also very fortunate that my parents allowed me to be the very best that I could be. They encouraged me to work hard and to go after my goals and really shoot for them. I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit growing up. I had little business enterprises. I used to collect dog spikes off the railway line and sell them back to the railway. I used to do odd jobs for elderly people, and I also worked in a supermarket. I saved this money because I had a goal. My goal was that I wanted to go to America when I finished school. One of the biggest challenges I had though while going to school was that I focused on sport and not on my academic achievements. Later on, this was to become a real challenge because while I was in America working on the ranch, I decided that I wanted to become an airline pilot. And when I started looking into that, I found that I didn't have the school marks to be able to achieve that. So I had to come back to Australia. I then had to go to night school and study. I ended up becoming an aircraft engineer and then did my flying training part-time. Fortunately, I'd been introduced to a network marketing opportunity by our chief engineer. Now, this changed the course of my life forever because this company had a tape of the week and a book of the month. Now, one of the tapes was Zig Ziglar's See You at the Top. This tape absolutely blew me away. I listened to it over and over and over again. Now, on this tape, Zig introduces a guy by the name of Brian Tracy. I became a student of Brian's and I basically invested in as many of his books and tape programs as I could. Now, one of the sayings that he had that had the biggest impact on me was, you finally grow up when you realize that nobody is coming to the rescue. And this is where I really started taking a good look at my life and the direction that I was going in. I realized I was heading in the wrong direction and that I needed to go into business for myself. I'm 21 years old, I borrow a big heap of money and I go into a fitness center because I absolutely loved fitness. Now, one of the challenges I had was that I thought if I provided an outstanding facility and had outstanding equipment, that people would just flock to the center. So on my opening day, I'm waiting for people to turn up and a grand total of nobody came. And then the fears set in. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to overcome this? So quickly I had to put into action some of the skills that I'd learned from network marketing. I put together a little script and I jumped on the phone and I started calling people. And slowly people started to come, one person, two people, three people, and I finally started building that business. Now, I learnt the value of marketing. On one of Brian's tape sets, he talks about your car becoming your university on wheels. Now, even though the business was going well, I'd finally got married and my expenses had gone up and the business wasn't able to support a family, so I had to go and get a job. One of the jobs that I went and got was working in a casino at night. Now, the casino was about 150 kilometers away from where the fitness center was, so I'd have to drive backwards and forwards. It was absolutely perfect for what Brian was talking about, and that's making my car my university. The only challenge was I didn't have enough tapes, so I went and invested in some more tape programs. He talked about a guy on one of his tapes called Robert Allen, and I looked into Robert Allen and found out that he had a tape program called The Road to Wealth. So I bought that program and I listened to it and I got extremely excited because he was talking about passive residual income, and network marketing and getting into health and property investment, and I started getting really excited. I looked into more programs by Robert Allen and then I found that he had a program called Multiple Streams of Income. I was listening to these programs over and over again. I started putting everything into action, and this is where my life really started taking off. I started investing in real estate and taking massive action. So I was working at night at the casino, I was running the fitness center, and then I started buying property. And putting all this together, the income started to flow. One of the big things that he talked about was structuring yourself correctly, which is something that I didn't do. And I finally found that being structured incorrectly was not such a good thing. And I basically paid most of the money away that I was earning in taxes. Fortunately, I started looking into more of the network marketing with him, and I got involved with Robert Allen, and I was very fortunate to be able to travel with him and build a network marketing company in Australia. We traveled all around Australia and launched there, and then I went to England with him and you know, all over the United Kingdom, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and I built that company. And then pretty much went out on my own and went to Asia and started building there. Now, the skills that I was learning in network marketing only helped me more and more in my real estate business. And the passive income that I was earning from the network marketing also helped me invest in more properties. So it was all perpetuating to a point where, you know, one was helping the other. During this journey, I met many fantastic people like Robbie Fender, Darren Falter, Corey Citron, Rick Isley and Bobby Jones. These guys really set the bar high. And if I wanted to soar with eagles like this, I'd have to invest in myself and become the best me that I could possibly become. I'd have to attend seminars, invest in books and tapes, and actually put all this information into action. So over the years, I've traveled to over 20 countries to do network marketing. Some of these countries I've invested in real estate, and I've really spent a lot of time becoming the best me that I can become in network marketing. The thing I love about network marketing, and the thing that I really admired in what I saw in these network marketing leaders, was the fact that it's a business of people helping people. And if you really focus on helping people become the best people that they can become, then ultimately you're going to achieve your goals. Now, during this time, I had to learn how to set goals and really work on my goals, and that's one of the biggest things that I really enjoyed doing. And one of the best ways of doing that, I found, was to put it into a pictorial representation of my goals, so I could quickly glance at it each day so that I could hit the ground running and be totally focused on what my day was going to be like. In summary, the very best advice I can give you is to establish your why. What's going to get you up early and keep you up late? You need to develop your game plan, which is your goals. Set those goals high and invest in yourself. Become financially literate and build the life of your dreams.